Alright, so today we are going to be reacting to the fall of Roblox Doors. Let's watch it.
Doors released on the 10th of August 2022. The game came out with a
already.
very strong start, averaging 10k players in just the first 2 days. The game had a great background, it was horror, challenging, confusing, and unique. It wasn't your basic horror game with jump scares and just a poor-rent storyline. So how did Doors end up as it is now?
The only updates we've gotten is, like the live event. That's all we gotten so far. So. Okay.
Okay. Honestly, I kind of want to play Doors right now.
He's gonna say no, isn't he? Oh.
Yeah, but Doors is kind of boring alone. Yeah. Maybe I should look for someone. Yeah, that works. I'll look for someone to play Doors with me. Yeah, let's go on Discord. Yeah, that works.
Nope. He's gonna.
Yeah, I could do this. Yo. Okay.
He's gonna say no, cause it's
Yo,
dead right now.
what's up, man?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
You want to play Doors, bro? You want to play Doors?
Doors, man? No, not really.
Why not?
Doors been boring lately, man.
Because it's repetitive. That's what Roblox game does. Gets popular at the time, and then it gets,
The same stuff over and over again. Yeah.
Doors released with only a few bugs, but the bugs it had were sort of major. The closets were glitched, sometimes you couldn't open doors. The game especially looked great, in addition to it being a hotel, had good graphics which led YouTubers to hop on the game and ultimately create a new trend, Doors. And from averaging 10k players on release,
something feels me that Creek Cross was the reason why Doors was popular.
just 4 days later, the game averaged around 70,000 players. People loved Doors and could not stop playing the game. And for the next few weeks, Doors was the highlight of Roblox, being the favorite of many. But just a month and a half after release, people were already asking the developers to update the game. Just
Floor 2 is gonna come out soon, so we're still waiting for that.
for the reason that Doors was repetitive. I don't know how else to put it, but Doors was Doors. People complained and figured out that there was really nothing else to do, and the game's player count quickly fell just as hard as it rose. And it seemed like the developers knew about this because they tweeted that they were sorry for the lack of updates, saying that they're planning to make the game better by updating their systems. But this wasn't the end for Doors. Exploiters turned Doors into a modified fest and was able to use their scripts to make Doors more enjoyable. Doors was able to survive for a few months because YouTubers were able to make the game more interesting by using scripts to generate content in the game, and it had a positive effect on the community. The scripts were mostly harmless, fun, and encouraged players to play the game again while the developers updated it. And by no means did the player count rise to what it was before, but it was able to sustain about 40,000 players till the update came. And so after a couple of months, the developers finally gave way to new information about the update, and on January 28th, the Doors Update 1.5 came out. After tons and tons of information, sneaks, and community feedback, the Hotel Plus update came out. And while some were disappointed it wasn't Floor 2 like everyone thought it would be, the Hotel update gave way for new content to finally be added to the game from the developers themselves and not scripts. The developers revamped the hotel, fixed many bugs, added new entities, cutscenes, and more. They honestly did an amazing job, and the game came back rising stronger than ever with its peak at
was very successful, and it still is. Like it's crazy.
200,000 players. They transformed the game and made it into a better version, making things more interesting than it was, and bringing a slimmer of hope to what the community wanted. But that doesn't really explain how Doors got to where it is now. Frankly, the game dropped worse than it did pre 1.5. The game's player count had been steadily dropping, and it only averages about 20,000 players now. And it was for the exact same reason as before. The game got repetitive. While the developers announced to the players that the update was going to be changes to the hotel itself, the players didn't really take this lightly, as immediately after the release of 1.5, the game's player count completely fell, even going as much as to losing 80,000 players in just 5 days. The scripts exploiters used reached their limit, as there wasn't really huge content with the update. And with the release of Bifron, a huge part of the scripting and exploiting community were gone, with people like Cardin Hong and Lolcat that carried the community, uploading less or just not even caring anymore. And so we're here. The game that once moved the community, peaking at 200,000 concurrent players, now sit at just 20,000. And honestly, I'm not sure if there's really a way to break out of this curse. The community can't always come up with content to make the game stay alive. And even when Floor 2 does get released, the sad thing is that Doors will always find its way to come back to this route. The game will go the same way and eventually become repetitive and die out. Also, with the situation that the developers are currently in, I'm sure it's only Elsplash and Red that work on majority of the stuff. The developers need time and can't really keep up with the pace that, let's say, Bed Wars that updates every week does, which is pretty much needed to keep the game alive. So there really isn't a way to break out of this curse. And eventually, the fall of Roblox Doors will happen.
This is gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a fun time reacting to this. It happens to Roblox games, you know. Make sure you subscribe and like the video.